Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Bulls Club. My name is Soham and this is your daily Bitcoin news and the market wrap up. So guys, I was facing a bit of technical glitches, that's why I got a bit delayed. But yeah, without further, discussing or wasting time, let's jump on straight onto the Bitcoin charts. Right? So at this point of time, the total market cap is coming in at about $2.14 trillion, and it is down by more than 3% in the last 24 hours. Okay, if I just quickly take a look at the Bitcoin price, it's at $42,300, down about 2.7% in the last 24 hours. Also, if I were to talk about Ethereum, it's down more than 4%. Binance Coin is down more than 6%. But there's a surprise in the top 10. Cardano, guys, right? Cardano has risen more than 6% in the last 24 hours. And the last 7 days, it has been up by over 26%. So, has Cardano, the sleeping giant, has awakened? So, we will take a look at the Cardano chart. Also, we are going to take a look at the Bitcoin chart. There are very important levels that we want to analyze right now. And if we are able to hold those levels, that would be good for the Bitcoin price. Otherwise, things are not looking too bright for the Bitcoin price at this point of time. Okay, guys. So if you can hear me if you can hear me clearly, just let me know by commenting below, guys. Okay, because I was facing a bit of technical issues and technical glitches. If you are able to hear me clearly, then let me know very quickly, guys, in the comments. Are you able to hear me, guys, clearly? The screen is visible clearly. Very quickly, guys. Okay, are you able to hear me? Okay. Thanks, Om Prakash. Thank you. Okay, so guys, if I were to talk about the winners in the last 24 hours, or the coins that have gained the most in the last 24 hours, then we can see, of course, Cardano has gained the most. It is up by more than 6% in the last 24 hours, followed by Monero, which is up by about 1.7%, BTT up by 1.3%, and not much to speak about, guys, right? If I have to talk about the top losers in the top 100 coins, then of course Wonderland, again, it's down by more than 25%. I actually, there have been a lot of speculation about Wonderland going on, about the APY that these guys are providing, but I highly doubt that their model is sustainable with the kind of APY that these guys are providing. Okay, followed by Pocket Network up down about 15%, Loopring down about 11%, Radix down about 11% as well. Cadena down about 11%. Gala down about 10%. Near Protocol down about 9%. Thorchain 9%, and so on and so forth, guys. Right. So a lot of red today. That is simply because Bitcoin has started the week on the low. So let's jump onto the Bitcoin charts right away and see what it is telling us. Right. So at this point of time, as I mentioned, the Bitcoin chart is at $42,200 approximately. It closed the last week. It closed the last week at about $43,100, which is good. It's down about $1,000 in the last 24 hours. But what I want to show you guys is basically that we have just started the week, right? We have just started the week, and this could actually be a wick. If you can see this clearly, this could actually be a wick. If we come down here, then we can expect some movement to the upside as well. Also, what we can expect is further downside movement, or possibly the body to be this one, right? So you never know what we can expect from Bitcoin, but I am here to tell you what we can expect, and I'll provide my honest opinion as well, guys, right? So what is the first thing that we'd like to analyze? The first thing we'd like to analyze is the EMA ribbon. Okay, so if you have been following our channel, you would be knowing that we have been discussing in detail about the EMA ribbon. We wanted to close this week above the EMA ribbon, into the EMA ribbon. We did break into the EMA ribbon, but we got rejected. That's not a good sign, guys. That is not a good sign at all. Okay, because we want to move into the EMA ribbon, and if we are, so it's been like 2 weeks now that we have been below the EMA ribbon, the bottom layer of the EMA ribbon. Currently the bottom layer, the bottommost layer is coming in at about $43,750, and we need to see a closure in the EMA ribbon. We need to get back into the EMA ribbon. Otherwise, what might happen is we might be in a prolonged bear market, guys. We might be in a prolonged bear market, and that could be a bit of a challenge for some, some short term traders, as well as the interest from the crypto might switch to some other asset class. So that is something we want to see. What we saw over here was that we broke below the EMA ribbon, but then the next week itself we saw this price move into the upside. Okay, this was very, very critical, right? This was very extremely critical, and we want to see this week jump back into the EMA ribbon. This is absolutely crucial, guys, because if we are not able to see that, it would be very difficult, to sustain at these levels again. I know $40,000 is a critical level of support. If I just get a horizontal line right here, you will be able to see that. Mm, we have held this level as support multiple number of times. Okay, we have held this as multiple number of times around the 39 or $40,000. But if we do not, we hold the EMA ribbon, if we are falling below the EMA ribbon, then this line, which has acted as a massive support and massive resistance in the past, this line might also not be able to support us, guys. Okay, this is important to understand. Okay, now what else we want to discuss is basically, the volume, the VPVR. Where is the maximum volume coming into? Right, the maximum volume, my friends, is coming in at about these regions, right? This is the region where the volume support is, from about 40,000 till about $32,300. Then possibly, yes, we can expect some downside movement, guys. I'll take your questions at the end. So yeah, keep sending us your questions, right? So we'll take the questions in the end as well, right? So guys, okay, so this is also important to note. One other thing that I want to show you very quickly is the volume, right? The volume is actually not increasing at all on the weekly time frame. We are getting the constant volumes of, and but if we want to break to the upside, then we can expect, we want certain kind of volume. Look at these volumes that we got over here. These were amazing volumes, right, which brought the Bitcoin price from the lows of $10,000 till about $65,000. That is also very, very important to note and understand as well, guys. Okay, now, apart from this, what we can also see is a particular moving average, guys. Okay, what is that moving average? That moving average is basically, this is the 8 week moving average, guys, right? This is the 8 weeks simple moving average, and what we can see over here is, in this market cycle, we have actually held the 8 week as a support, right? Like last market cycle in 2017, we were getting bounces constantly of the 20-week moving average. This time around, as you can see clearly, we went above the 8 week on the 5th of October 2020. Then we constantly bounced off it, right? And once we were below it, we actually went below the 20-week SMA as well, right? So let me quickly get the 20-week as well. You'll be able to see that clearly. And I'll just switch off the other moving average. So you can see this very, very clearly. The green line right here is the 20-week. What we can see is, once we were below the 8 week, we went below the 20-week as well, right? It happened back here as well, and it's happening right now as well. So what is important from our perspective is that, possibly if we get above the 8 week, the 8 week is currently at about $46,450. Okay, so if we are breaking above the 8 week, that would be great. And the next time we are coming below the 8 week, probably one more exit point for us as well, right? Because we can expect the price to further come down. Now, apart from this, let us take a quick look as to how many weeks did we spend below the 8 weeks the last time. That was in July, or from the time from May till July. Okay, so let's take a quick look on the date range, and we broke below the 8 week on the 10th of May, the week of 10th of May, and we were below it till the 10 bars or 10 weeks. Okay, that's about a little less than 3 months. Now let us see how much time have we spent already in this time around, right? So we broke below on the 15th of November, and we, so far this week is the 9th week, right? Does this mean that we need to have we just have another week and we can go above the 8 week? Well, quite possible that could be the case. But for that to happen, right, there will be a lot of guys who will be telling you that Bitcoin is about to moon, it's going to go to 60,000, 70,000, $100,000. But here we keep you grounded and we tell you the truth. Now, what is important to understand here is basically when we were breaking out, we were getting good volume, guys, right? We were getting good volumes, as you can see right here. And slowly and steadily, there was a volume divergence. What do I mean by volume divergence? So, and the price was actually going up right here, as you can see, but the volume was actually coming down, guys. Okay, that's why we got this breakout and then breakdown, and then we were again able to sustain over it, right, guys? So this is also very, very critical and very, very important. I think this is something important that we want to do and we want to hold as well, right? Also, what we want to do is today we will be looking at Cardano. Okay, but before that, I want to show you something related to the Bitcoin itself, and then we'll move to Cardano and take your question and answers from there on. Now, guys, this is the Bitcoin open, the options expiry that are due, right? As we have known in the past, whenever there's a big options expiry, then we can expect, huge dump in the prices, right? When is the next big option expiry? The dates from 18th to 21st, right? And 18 to 21st will be this particular week, and the highest will be on the 22nd, right? So 22nd will is in another 4 days time, right, guys? And this is why it is important to note this week will be critical, right? This week might actually lead us to think that okay, Bitcoin might see some certain pullback, and it actually will continue till the end of the last week, right? 28 of January. That is in about 10 days from now, that we'll have another big expiry. But the 21st, the date leading to the 21st, we might expect certain pull down in the Bitcoin price as well. Okay, so trade very, very wisely, guys. Trade very, very wisely, and possibly what I'll do is if we break around this 40,000, 40,000, 39,000 area, probably I'm gonna book my profits for the Bitcoin price as well. Okay, let's jump onto the Cardano, right? I wanted to discuss this actually after I went off of the live session yesterday. I just analyzed Cardano. I wanted to share it, but yeah, I thought I'll share it today. Okay, so what is happening? Has Cardano, the sleeping giant, awakened? Why are we saying this? Okay, now there's no doubt, right? Cardano is among the top 10 coins. Actually, as far as the current market cap, it's the fifth largest token, right? So no doubt in my mind, or there should be no doubt in your mind, that it is indeed a giant. Okay, it's indeed a giant, and it has a market cap of about $47.7 billion. Okay, it's a huge token, huge market cap that is coming in. Now, what I can see first of all, let me get a few lines that we had drawn on the chart, right? So that you'll be able to understand. Look, what happens with Cardano is, I think we have discussed this earlier also, but Cardano tends to go into this sideways movement for weeks, okay, sometimes even for months as well, right? For example, Cardano went into this sideways consolidation from about 15 cents to about 8 cents, right? So yeah, that is a 50% margin, but yeah, it would be more or less a sideways consolidation period. So what I want to highlight here is basically that Cardano went into the sideways consolidation from July till about November. So that was about 4 months or so. Then we saw another consolidation here, and the price again went up crazily, right from 15 cents. This is where I entered Cardano last year. 15 cents, not last year, actually in 2020. From 15 cents it went all the way high. I think it made an all-time high of about $3.10, and this was in August of 2021. But during the latest rise of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin made new all-time highs, some alts did perform exceedingly well, but Cardano did not do that. Okay, Cardano was actually in this downward trading pattern. Now, what I want to see here is that whether do we see any particular pattern that is getting played out on the Cardano charts, and also we are going to analyze some of the other the indicators that we have been constantly looking out for. Okay, so first what I can see here is possibly, guys, is this a cup and handle pattern that is getting played out? Possibly it could happen, right? If this is the cup right here, and we can expect a movement to the downside, like this, if this is the handle. And yeah, if this is the handle right here, we can expect a further price movement to the upside, and we can see further a new all-time highs coming into the Cardano price. Okay, that is also very, very much possible, right? Also, what I would like to analyze here are some of the charts that we do, or some of the indicators rather that we do. What are the first indicator? The first indicator that I would like to analyze here is the moving averages. Okay, where are we in terms of our moving averages? Okay, we will take a look at the EMA ribbon as well as the simple moving averages as well. Let me start off with the simple moving averages, and let me get all the moving averages that we have over here. Okay, so as we can see right now, it is below the 50 week. Okay, it is below the 50 week. The 50 week for Cardano is coming in at around the 50 week for Cardano is coming at around the $1.63 mark. We are quite clearly we are below it, the 50 week. That might hold a resistance for us, but mind you, the 20 week is actually pointing down. Okay, so we might see the 20 week coming down and crossing the 50 week as well. Okay, that is also very, very much possible for Cardano, and if that happens, possibly we can see a bit of a downside transaction for Cardano in the short term as well. Now, apart from this, what we also want to see is the EMA ribbon. Where are we on our EMA ribbon? Let me clearly see where are we, how are we performing on the EMA side of things. Okay, so on the EMA ribbon, we are trying to break into the EMA ribbon. If you can see this, the bottom layer of the EMA ribbon is at $1.44. So we are above it. That is a good thing. We closed yesterday or the last week at about $1, and this was approximately $1.41. Okay, so we today we have went into the EMA ribbon, but so far things are not looking too good because we are getting a small rejection from the EMA ribbon. This could be because of the fact that Bitcoin is also seeing a sharp pullback as well, right? And as we know, all the altcoins are related to Bitcoin in some way or the other. Okay, and okay, guys, apart from this, what we want to analyze is the RSI. The RSI is super bullish, guys. Okay, on the weekly time frame, what we can see over here is we have formed a beautiful, right, guys, we have formed a beautiful double bottom pattern right here. Okay, this is a clear double bottom pattern that we see over here, and expect some movements to the upside. Okay, for our premium members, we had discussed about Cardano about some time back, and we told them that we were actually forming this double bottom and we can expect a price movement. So yeah, now that is what we are seeing right now, but everything depends on Bitcoin. As we are speaking, the Bitcoin price is correcting, and that's not a good thing sign. And mind you, guys, this double bottom, this is on the weekly time frame. Okay, and this is extremely important. So I will not be surprised if we see Cardano touch this probably sometime this range. Okay, this could be the top level, could be very well be around the we had already touched the top level, $1. So we today made a high of $1.56. Okay, but yeah, don't be surprised if we break above this as well in the short term, right? For Cardano, that is also very, very much possible. Now, if I will talk about the stochastic RSI from the Cardano perspective, then on the weekly time frame, as you can see right here, we have entered, guys. The signal is here, right? We have entered the zone above 20. This is important. The blue line is at 27, the red line is at 21. That means the blue is above the red and we are above the 20. That means it is flashing, right? It is flashing, right? And the last time this happened, Cardano went from the lows of let me measure how much was this move, right? We Cardano went from the lows of about $1.26 to about $3.10, guys. Okay, $3.10 Cardano went to, and this was a price movement of approximately, more than 100%. Okay, this was more than 100%. It did a 2x in just about a month's time. Okay, so that is the power of the stochastic RSI. The stochastic RSI is indeed very, very, very powerful. Okay, this is also important. Also, if we go to the 2 weeks time frame, okay, it will reduce even larger time. What a beautiful double bottom it has formed on the stochastic RSI. Can you see this, guys? This is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely, absolutely amazing. The stochastic RSI on the 2 weeks has formed this beautiful double bottom, and once we enter this zone above 20, this move will be confirmed. Okay, and you don't want to see what happened when we last did it, right? Because if you see here, okay, Cardano back then was at about 3 cents, guys. Okay, Cardano was at 3 cents, and from 3 cents it went all the way to about $3.10. So this right here, guys, this was actually 10,000% move. That is about 100x Cardano did in over a year. Okay, in over a year, like it did about in 518 days. So this will be the one of the most strongest signals for Cardano uh, going into this particular market cycle. Okay, they're going into the later half of this market cycle. This is important to understand. Also, what we want to analyze is the Fibonacci levels. Okay, on the weekly time frame, where are we on? And we'll also take a look if you do not have an entry on Cardano, if you don't have a position on Cardano, then what could be your possible entry, right? We'll take a look at that as well. So let me very quickly get the Fibonacci. The Fibonacci, we can draw it from here on the weekly time frame, because this is the bottom that we made back in June. Okay, or what we can do is, we are rising, right, guys? So I want to drag this from the bottom that we made in May, right? In May, from here till $3.10, right? And what we can see, guys, very clearly, if you can see this right here, uh, this is a very, very important level, guys. This is extremely important because of the simple fact that we are testing the 61.8 Fibonacci. Okay, we are testing the 61.8 Fibonacci. If you can see this we are testing the 61.8 Fibonacci, and we have tested it multiple number of times, and we got rejected. Okay, we got rejected, and actually we tried breaking above it for 5 consecutive weeks, right? For 5 consecutive weeks we tried breaking above it, we got rejected. And also this held as resistance in the past as well, right? Before Cardano saw this amazing week on the week starting 9th of August, we saw this is the most important level. Okay, guys, trust me, if Cardano is able to close the week above $1.46, $1.46 is the target for Cardano for this half of the market cycle. Okay, if you are able to close this week above 146, extremely, extremely important. Also, what we are seeing right here is another double bottom. If you can see, this is one bottom, this is another bottom, and yeah, the price target is very high. Okay, it would be a crazy number if we just do a measurement and say that, okay, if this is the neckline, let's assume this is the neckline, to 23 to $33, $2.33, and we can see a price movement up to, let's do a measurement very quickly. Yes, guys, we can see the price making new all-time high of $3.60, which is also on the cards. Okay, very, very important to understand this as well. Okay, guys, so this is extremely important. So guys, keep keep sharing your questions. Whatever questions you guys have keep on sharing them, because yes, I'll take the questions at the end as well. So if any altcoin you analyze or any other question if you have, feel free to share them with us as well. Also, can we see the like button being pressed, guys? Can we get at least 10 likes coming in, right, guys? Can we see that? uh, Again, Cardano, yeah, if we close above 146, this is important, and also it depends on the Bitcoin price. Okay, what are some of the altcoins that I will be putting my hands on to? Cardano is one. Also, what I want to share with you is I like the the structure of Uniswap as well. It has a similar structure related like Cardano. I'll come to that as well later. But yeah, as of now, Cardano 146 is an important level, and if you're able to break above it and sustain above it, that would be amazing, amazing for Cardano going into the short term. Now, what is also important to understand is the Cardano valuation against Bitcoin. Okay, guys. So let me quickly get the Cardano valuation against Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. And as you can see, we have seen a we have seen a bottom right here. We saw this bottom coming in on the week of 6th of December. Right now, we have seen some movement to the upside. Currently, it's at 3,400 Soshis. If we are able to break above this level, right, guys, 4250 to 55,000 Satoshis. This is the very, very important level, right, guys? Because if you are able to break above it, this might hold as resistance. This level might hold as resistance. As you can see here, it acted as resistance here, and we got a severe pullback, right? How much was this? This pullback was approximately about, yeah, 25%. That's right. Like if you have shorted, then congratulations to you. But I generally do not short. Okay. And also, what is important to note here that the Bitcoin price is not stable, right? Bitcoin is it's range bound. Bitcoin is range bound, but uh, this week could be volatile. What were the reasons I just discussed? The options expiry that are due, so could lead to some volatility into the Bitcoin price. That is also important. Also, we discussed about a bearish divergence on the Bitcoin chart, which was also very, very important, and that could lead to further correction in the Bitcoin price as well, guys. Okay, so at this point of time, Cardano against BTC looking bullish. If I were to talk about the RSI and the stochastic RSI, then the stochastic RSI is well above this region, which is a good thing. And also, if I have to talk about very quickly about the RSI, and then the RSI is currently is looking good, guys. It's looking good. We made a higher high here. Okay, this was actually a nice thing, kind of a double bottom. Then we are seeing this price movement to the upside. Okay, what is also important to analyze, guys, because from an exit point perspective, right? For me personally, I look at altcoins against Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. So against Ethereum, again, guys, against Ethereum, the most important level to look out for is the region of 5,700. Currently, again, Cardano has seen a steady rise over the past few weeks. It has seen a steady rise right from the end of the third week of December onwards. We have seen a steady rise in the Cardano price against Ethereum. It's currently at 4567, and expect some movements to the upside as well. For me personally, I hold Cardano. I bought Cardano back when it was between 14 and 15 cents. I booked some profits, but majority of my positions are still there. I probably will look into sell off my Cardano into either Bitcoin or Ethereum, guys. To be honest with you, I'll not sell it to US dollar. I'll sell it to Bitcoin or Ethereum. And the highest that it made against Ethereum was back in February. That is like a year back, when it went all the way to about 10,000. Okay, so this is currently around 4572. We can expect movement of, if we are to see new all-time highs, it would be like more than 2.5x from the current price. And this is against Ethereum, guys. Okay, so this is against Ethereum. Keep a note of that. Right, guys. So for me, for people asking whether it's a good time to enter Cardano, I will say that let's watch this weekly. Very, very important, because we haven't broken through yet. This is important to understand. Okay, this is important to see that we haven't broken through yet, because if we are able to break above it, then of course, we can expect similar kind of price movements. We can see more upwards movement as well. But yeah, what are the important levels to watch out for. So this is the weekly chart that we are noticing currently on the weekly time frame. Again, $6 is something that I feel could be the market cycle top. Mind you, I still believe the market cycle top is not in, guys. Okay, the market cycle top is not in. Unlike many other influencers or experts, so-called expert, I am no expert. Okay, I am no expert at all. I strongly believe that basically I am here to learn, and whatever learnings I have, I want to share it with you. But some say that okay, in Q1 of 2022 it's going to be the end. I don't feel so. I strongly believe we are going to see an extended market cycle, and we are already extended, but Q2, Q3 of 2022, or even for that matter Q4 of 2022, could be the time when we see the market cycle blow off top, guys. Okay, that is very, very much possible. For people who wanted to see and understand, 120 is a very, very critical support region, because we have held it a multiple number of times. If by any chance we are able to go below 120 this week, or in some time in the next coming weeks, we can expect the price could be a good entry. Again, none of this is financial advice, of course, right, guys? And from a short term perspective, if you let's analyze the 4 weekly and see what it has to tell us. Let me get these drawings down. Okay, from the short term perspective, yes, this is a clear double bottom pattern, which is a good, could be, okay, guys, just be cautious, could be an inverse head and shoulder. We can see this kind of a movement entering into February. February is going to be good, guys. February is going to be, I think February is going to be good. What is the reason? Simple reason being, I hear that the spot ETF for Bitcoin is going to be getting approved in the first week of February, or yeah, probably towards the end of the first week. That is going to be big. And yes, February till March could be the time again when Bitcoin hits new all-time highs, possibly. And then we will see another pullback, because the Fed is going to increase the interest rate. That is surely we are going to see a pullback, guys. Okay, cost of capital is going to increase. I have already told you about this, so won't repeat myself. Now, if I were to talk about the Fibonacci here on the 4 hourly time frame, for folks who want to see a quick level of entry, support and resistance, 144 will be a good support right here, which is the 161.8 Fibonacci level. If we are able to hold 144, then it's good. The next price target will be 157, then 170, and finally above 180, and so on. Okay, so this is also important. The neckline for me is this one. Okay, is this one. This is the double bottom that we have formed. Could be an inverse head and shoulder as well, if we are able to Bitcoin is able to hold the $40,000, guys. I think Cardano is in for a run. Okay, Cardano is in for a run, guys. That's what I personally feel. As a disclaimer side of things, I hold Cardano. I bought like way back. Like with the current price also, it's like a 10x probably. Okay, or a little above that. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. Okay, I wanted to share about the Uniswap token also. I like the structure. I analyzed it yesterday as well after we went off the year. So on the weekly time frame, I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what I mean by a good structure. Okay, on the weekly time frame, what I want to do is possibly, yes, I did this. This is forming a double bottom here as well, guys. Okay, if you can see this, possibly a double bottom right here, it is forming, and the levels between $13 to $17 could be a good entry. Currently it's at 1650, and I think we are forming a double bottom here as well. Could be early days. If we look on the RSI right here, RSI, yes, okay, so on the RSI, what we are seeing right now is possibly M pattern could come down to these lows again. Again, a test of 1250, for possibly. If we test 1250, I'm going to enter Uniswap, guys. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to enter Uniswap. I had entered into Uniswap, but now they are at ridiculous price ranges. It's down about 40% from the prices I have entered. So yeah, that is something that I'm looking for. On the stochastic RSI also, I feel that okay, this might come down and then when go up again. So it might take a few weeks, but keep this in mind. No, keep noting this thing. This is extremely important, right? We might be forming a beautiful double bottom right here, or we might form a triple bottom as well. So Uniswap is also something that I am looking at very closely. Okay, now let me jump onto your questions. Shoot me your questions. Okay, so Om Prakash is asking if this week also BTC is not able to cross $45,000, then should we think to exit altcoins again? $45,000. Why do you mention specifically? I do not understand. If you can let me know in the comments, that would be fantastic. But for me, what I am actually looking at is the EMA ribbon, guys. 43,800, 43,750 is something that I am closely looking. I strongly believe that probably we will not be able to go into 40 into the EMA ribbon. That's what I feel. We might go up there, then these kind of contract expiries might again push the prices down. Okay, this is the very important level, guys. Okay, this is the 39,000 $40,000 mark. Of course, approximately, if we see a price coming below this, probably I'll exit. Okay, for altcoins, again, I have recommended this multiple number of times. Book profit regularly, guys. Book profit regularly. And for all altcoins, you should not wait for Bitcoin to go below 40,000 or 45,000. I think if you are in good profit, book some profit and take out the capital, so that you have funds to so to invest when the market goes down again. Okay, that is something that I personally feel. Ethereum follows Bitcoin chart again. Ethereum follows Bitcoin chart. Yes, all the altcoins will follow Bitcoin. But after the Ethereum burning mechanism has been in place, it is trying to decouple itself. So far, it has not been able to do that. But possibly there could be, a time very soon in the future when Ethereum could actually decouple itself from Bitcoin and, drive its own path and drive its own, go in its own way as well, right? And Jaswant is asking, is this a good time to enter into Cardano? Cardano, again, as I mentioned, I am watching this week. Again, if we close this week above 146, could be a good entry position. And if you are going below 120 or around 120, $1.20, that could be a good entry as well. Okay. Aditya, $40,000 Bitcoin incoming, possibly, never know. We may test the $40,000 once more, and then possibly one last time, and possibly then go and create new all-time highs. We don't know, right, guys? So yeah, if there is any other questions, then we'd love to take it. Otherwise, we'll be able to we can close it right now. Okay, guys, can we get the like button going up? Can we get like 10 likes if you haven't liked it yet? All right, guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it about this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay happy. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. Also, guys, share these videos with your friends and family, and make them aware of our family. There's a young group. We are still very young, and we are trying to grow. We need your help in growing faster, guys. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. Stay blessed, stay happy. Bye bye for now.